been a rough past 2 months for Ashley. She's been going through it. First, she found out she was pregnant. Then her and her baby daddy broke up. Now she is dealing with a few felonies in Georgia after she had her identity stolen. So she said, guys, remember when I told y'all this lady has been stealing my identity and getting charges under my name? Well, she's back at it again. I now have 2 felony charges out of DeKalb County, Georgia for theft. They're saying I have to physically go to Georgia to handle it, which means they will arrest me and put me in jail until I prove it's not me. I'm so tired of this witch disrupting my life. I'm effing pregnant and high risk. Since it's felony charges, I could go to jail at any time, which means if I get pulled over, they could just transport me to Georgia, and it's not me. Y'all, please, I need help, man. How the F can I get this taken care of without going to jail? It doesn't make any sense. And then she's asking people if they know who this woman is that's circled in this picture. Apparently, her name's Anna. She has a picture with her years ago, but outside that, she doesn't know anything else about this girl. She did say she ended up talking to a detective from Georgia, and I guess this detective knows who this Anna girl was and was able to figure out who it is. At least hopefully. She sounded pretty confident that he knew who she was, so she's hoping she can get this taken care of. But after this happened, Ashley got her car stolen. She made this post a few weeks ago, and she said that the police ended up showing up to her mama's house at 6:30 in the morning saying her car was involved in a hit and run. And she's like, haha, joke's on you, because my car's been in the shop for the past 2 days. And then she said, or it could be the shop. I'm waiting for the detectives to call me back. Well, next thing you know, it didn't take long. She ends up posting on her Facebook that it was her car. She said, y'all, someone broke into the shop my car was at and they stole 3 cars and mine was one of them. They literally drove the cars through the shop doors, shaking my head. After they stole my car, they got into an accident and fled the scene. They're doing a full-blown investigation, and this happened on the west side of Cincinnati. At Monroe Shop on Guillenway. Please, if you have any information, please contact District 3 Police Station and me. This pic was taken a day before it was stolen. They have not located my car. It's gone. And below is a picture of my car, a 2007 Buick LaCrosse. I can't stop crying. All I'm trying to do is survive this pregnancy, and shit just keeps stressing me out. Then she said, I've been manifesting a new car these past few weeks. It's crazy as F how the universe works. Y'all see me posting I've been wanting a new Subaru. That new car will be mine this week. I'm glad they stole it. And then she said, y'all, I love my car. Old Betsy, y'all give me crap because she was a 07. Let me tell you, that car ran great. Now she's gone, but it's a blessing in disguise because the shop's insurance is going to get me a new one. Well, then she shared an update, and it didn't sound as positive as she was hoping it would be. She said, update on what's been going on. The shop my car was stolen from promised me a rental until this was resolved. Once their insurance contacted me, the insurance agent told me they would not be getting me a rental or helping with anything, that I'm basically effed. He then said, if your friend's car was in your garage and it was stolen, would you be responsible? You know how effing stupid that sounds? He told me there's no negligence on the shop's end, so they won't be filing a claim. Like, be so for real. So the police advised me to get a lawyer to sue them because they didn't even have video footage at the shop of the incident. But there's no negligence? So I'm currently in the process of getting a new car and getting a lawyer to handle this for me. As of the lady who's been stealing my identity, the police have confirmed her identity and now know exactly who she is. I will not be going to jail to deal with this. The officer who's helping me on my case with my car is the person who dug deep to figure out who this woman was. So thankful for Green Township Police. 2 of the 3 cars that were stolen have been found, but mine has not been located. I'm now able to file for identity theft and just waiting on an outcome for what happened with my car. Thanks for everyone for advice and sharing my post. And then she said she's got court in the morning for a restraining order that she has on the man who got her pregnant. And then she showed off this new car that she bought. She said, I'm so happy I'm going to be bringing Ashante home in a clean new car. So much safer than the old Buick. When you pray, manifest, or whatever you want to call it, things come at a cost. If my car never would have gotten stolen, I would have waited to buy a new car. I wanted it, and the universe said, here you go. And then she shared that she's about to be having her baby here in just 15 more weeks. She's going to be having a C-section at 37 weeks, I'm assuming because she's high risk. And she said she's due with her baby in January. She's going to be having a baby shower in the next few months. I can't believe the baby's already going to be here in January. This year has flown by, man. And then she posted her weight loss. So this was her on the show, and she admitted, I was fat as F. And this is her now. She's lost over 100 pounds since the show. Then she called out women who were effing on her ex-boyfriend while he has that baby on the way. She said him freely giving it out is even more disgusting. And then she shared some really traumatic things she went through as a child. She said, trigger warning. When I was 8 years old and my biological mother left me with a man to do as he pleased. She owed money for drugs and I was the payment. I never told anyone until one day when I was 18, my granny and I were talking about some horrible things that happened to me and my little sister when we lived in Columbia, Tennessee. How we ended up in foster care and stuff. Talking about that time of my life made me want to finally open up and tell someone. When I told my granny what happened to me and what that man did, she told me, your mom called me and told me you were bleeding down there. You were only 8 years old. I told her to take you to the hospital, that I didn't hear from her after that until they called me to come try to get you guys out of foster care. My granny told me the story about how my mom owed a man a lot of money around that time. It all made sense to me after that. I remember that man's face, that weird twitch he had, the disgusting things he did to me that night. I won't go into details because it's horrific. I didn't even really want to post this, but it happened and it's haunted me every day of my life. It's one of the many reasons I suffer with PTSD. No child should ever have to live the childhood I did. The reason I'm posting this is because I just read a horrific story that happened to a little girl. It reminded me I could have ended up just like that little girl. Below is what happened. I guess this is a CCTV footage screenshot where it shows this girl being carried by this guy who took her life after her mother exchanged her for sex to pay off a $200 debt. Oh my God, this is so sick. How can somebody do something like that? So the mother ended up reporting her missing, and the police ended up discovering her lifeless body close to Fayetteville. So the mother had already been detained for sex trafficking by that time, and she later acknowledged that she had offered her daughter sex, but not to unalive her, but to repay her for money after having falsely accused her boyfriend. She was detained and charged with unaliving shortly after her body was found. It was discovered through the investigations that she had been R-worded and he strangled her. Afterwards, he received a prison sentence of at least 17 and a half years. She received a prison sentence of 17 and a half years, and the guy who took the daughter's life received a death sentence. Then Ashley called out her ex some more. She said, mother effers didn't even say happy birthday to me, but he's on Facebook telling all these girls happy birthday. I swear to God, he is effed up in the head. I'll never forgive this mother effer. You won't understand how personal this is, but whatever. Glad to make you laugh, weirdos. And then she said, I just listened to a voicemail that I didn't know he left. God, why does it have to be this way? I really don't want to cry all day. It's all lies. Him saying, you're my baby. All I want is you. I'm going to fix myself. I'm not going to be with no one else. All effing lies, man. It's been almost a month since that voicemail and nothing has changed. I'm so effing hurt. This pain is unreal. I don't deserve to be treated this way. My poor baby girl shouldn't be feeling my pain. So those are all the updates with Ashley. She has had quite the eventful month. Then she shared a picture with Sean Paul. So I guess she was in a music video with Sean Paul. She said Sean Paul was so cool. He gave me and my mom backstage passes after I was in his music video. We partied with him all night that night.